Hello and welcome everyone to another video in our Fundamentals of Geometry series. In this video, we'll be continuing on with the topic of quadrilaterals, and specifically, I'm going to be talking about the cyclic quadrilateral today. A cyclic quadrilateral is a special type of a quadrilateral which can be perfectly circumscribed by a circle. That's its definition. That if I can draw a circle around a quadrilateral such that all four vertices of that circle or of that quadrilateral lie on the circumference of the circle, then that quadrilateral is said to be cyclic. Now, not all quadrilaterals can be cyclic. Triangles can be cyclic. All triangles are cyclic, in fact, because the minimum number of points required to define a circle on a plane is 3. So, through any 3 non-collinear points on a plane, a circle can pass. But sometimes, some quadrilaterals can be drawn in such a way that all 4 of their vertices lie on the circumference of the circle. In those cases, they are said to be cyclic in nature. That is one fundamental property for all cyclic quadrilaterals that we need to know and remember. And that property is that in all cyclic quadrilaterals, the opposite angles are supplementary. So when I say diagonally opposite angles, I mean diagonally opposite angles. Angle A plus angle C will be equal to angle B plus angle D will be equal to 180 degrees. In fact, any quadrilateral that satisfies this condition will be a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, can we prove this? 100% we can. To prove this property, what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider, let's say, a diagonal of this quadrilateral. Let's say I draw the diagonal AC. And let's suppose that I'm also drawing a tangent to the circle through the point A. Suppose I'm drawing a tangent through the point A as well. So then what happens is that now I've got a tangent, let me call this tangent PQ, and a chord AC which are touching each other at the point A, which means now we can apply the alternate segment theorem, which was a theorem that we discussed when we were discussing the topic of circles. So if you want, you can go back to that video in which we have discussed the alternate segment theorem and its proof. So if we apply the alternate segment theorem to the chord AC and the tangent PQ, then what I can say is, first, if I look at angle PAC, this is an angle formed by the chord and the tangent at the point of contact. So this angle will be equal to any angle subtended by the chord in the alternate segment. So angle PAC will be equal to angle ABC. This is an angle subtended by the same chord AC in the opposite segment of the circle. Similarly, if I take angle QAC is also an angle formed by the chord AC and the tangent PQ at the point of contact A. So this angle will be equal to any angle which is subtended by the same chord AC on the alternate segment of the circle. So which means this angle ADC will be equal to angle QAB. Now, clearly angle PAB plus angle QAB is equal to 180 degrees because together they are forming a straight angle. So definitely I can say that because angle PAB is equal to angle ABC and angle QAB is equal to, or angle QAC. My bad, let me change this. Considering the chord AC. Angle PAC plus angle QAC is equal to 180 because they together form a straight angle. So because angle PAC will be equal to angle ABC and angle QAC will be equal to angle ADC. So the sum of these two will also be equal to 180 degrees, and that is what is the property which is true for all cyclic quadrilaterals, that diagonally opposite angles are supplementary. So this actually tells us that all rectangles are cyclic. Any rectangle you take, you can draw a circle around it in such a way that all 4 vertices of the rectangle lie on the circumference of the circle. And that's why the diagonal of all rectangles will be a diameter of the circle, because the angle of the center needs to be twice the angle of the circumference. So diameter will be the diagonal, and half of that angle will be the 90-degree angle at each of the vertices of the rectangle. And by extension, all squares are cyclic. So of the different types of special types of quadrilaterals that we have discussed in a video before this, rectangles and squares will always be cyclic. Thank you.